Well, happy Friday morning to you all. Yes, I am standing here in my kitchen in a bathrobe and my Sperry boat shoes, enjoying a very relaxed Friday morning. I'll be going and doing a little swimming in about an hour, but I wanted to first address the NCAA tournament results from last night's opening round of the Sweet 16. Uh, I was listening to some radio yesterday morning. The herd on ESPN. Mike Gottlieb was doing the was Colin Cowherd's replacement on there, and he was feeling an upset, which I'm sure everybody was. Most people were feeling. Unfortunately, I had Syracuse going to the national championship and losing to Kentucky, so I still have Kentucky going for me. There will only be potentially one number one in the tournament now that both Syracuse and Kansas on the other side of the bracket are knocked out. So that should be exciting. But last night the main topic of discussion is Kansas State and Xavier. What a fun game that was. My dad and I were. My dad couldn't stay up past around 10:15 when Crawford hit. I believe it was about a 35-foot three-pointer to tie the game at 87 at the end of the first overtime, and we knew we were in a classic. The second overtime came in, and the distinct difference between the two teams was fitness and stamina. The second overtime, there were several key threes made by Kansas State. And I mean the leg strength that you have to use. I mean, I think a lot of people they underestimate how, like, even I fall victim to this. I mean, I'm yelling at the players whenever they miss their free throws in the fourth quarter, first, second overtime, however many. And you have to remember, I mean, how much these players are going through, and then to slow it all down. Their legs are burning. Their heart is racing. Their sweat is pouring out of down their face, over their eyes. Their hands are slick. They're trying to get back into their free throw routine and make a couple of clutch free throws, which Xavier was able to make at the end of the fourth quarter. It was controversial. He was actually fouled before he took the shot, which Kansas State was wanting to do, but he was able to make the three clutch free throws and for Kansas State to tie up the game and go on to overtime, and eventually they lost in the second overtime. But unfortunately, Crawford of Xavier, who was just banking, I mean, he even had a three that he attempted in the second overtime, which usually you would be saying to your player, don't shoot the ball from all the way out there. But I mean, it was in Crawford's range, and he had one close three in double overtime, which just rimmed out, and then after that, he was short on everything else. Very unfortunate, but very showing of just how tired these players were. And I think back to last year with UConn versus Syracuse in the Big East Conference Championship of 6 overtimes. I don't know when the last time that happened. Apologize for my lack of journalism skills of researching that and letting you know. But very exciting game. Stayed up all the way through it. Just excellent basketball. What a great NCAA tournament this year. Kentucky looks very strong. Everybody was expecting that either Cornell would beat Kentucky, in the last minute, or that Kentucky would run away with it. Kentucky definitely slowed down tremendously after the first half. They were up 32-16. Ended up about only 14 minutes into the second half, Kentucky had only scored 8 points. But thankfully, they finally got the game. They sped up the game, and John Wall he really is phenomenal. I mean, to have a guard like that who can shoot and control the game, but is also so quick and so convicted in what he wants to do. I mean, a fast break that we saw. I mean, it took 2 seconds to go from one basket to the other. John Wall passes it half court to one of his big centers, and he jams it for two. So very, very exciting matchup. Very exciting games tonight. Go Duke, and it'll be quite a matchup between West Virginia and Kentucky. and it'll be a big matchup between potentially Kansas State and Duke. So a lot of good basketball going on. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you have a very good weekend. Maybe I'll stop by for a little podcast. The Lakers have won 7 straight. Yay! So that's very exciting. And aside from that, it's about time to get started with the day. Happy Friday again to you all. Be safe tonight. Have a very good time. This is Ginger on the Rocks, signing out.